Astrology is a lie. Professor Matt is on the job to tell you why. Okay, let's back up here a little bit. I don't actually believe it's a lie. That was a bit of an exaggeration. I pretty much just think when you take it super seriously, it's kind of dumb. Okay, and let's get right into it. So astrology is defined as being the belief that celestial bodies like the sun, the moon, you know, all these planets have an influence over human affairs. So that means the sun can determine how my day is gonna go, pretty much. And it takes form in things like horoscopes. And like, that's all fine, that's okay, that's fun. Like, I get it. I look at my horoscope too sometimes, you know? But when you use it to make your real life decisions, like your career moves or define your relationships, that's when there's a problem. It's okay to believe in horoscopes and astrology for your life. Like, I get it. I get it. You relate to it because you think, oh, I'm an Aries, so this is true for me. It makes sense. I understand why people believe in it. It's just, there's believing in it for fun, and then there's literally using it to make huge decisions, not just influence you, but make your decisions for you, you know? Like, if it tells you, oh, you're gonna have a big career change soon, and then you see an opportunity and you jump on it, that might not be the best decision for you, because this doesn't know you, you know? Like, everyone, I think they honestly do just put these out there, and because you think you fall into that category, you want to believe it's true, so you find a way to make it true, pretty much. And I'm not knocking it. I'm sure it has some good influences on people. I'm sure that it's helped them realize certain things that they couldn't see themselves. But I just think there's a difference between using it for fun and using it for real life. Real life. There's no scientific ground to prove that all these planets actually have an influence on your life. If you read your horoscope and it tells you something nuts is gonna happen, it doesn't mean something nuts is gonna happen. It just, you literally find a way to relate it to yourself. If anything, it's a placebo effect. So that's why I don't think it's true. I don't necessarily think it's, you know what, yeah, it is lying to you. In a way it is, because you can see that they literally just pump these out. And I'm sure if I check 2 different horoscopes, let's say 2 different things, and I'll find a way to make it true. I'll literally test that. You know what? I'll test it right now. I actually have an app on my phone for horoscope because I'm a huge hypocrite, and I don't know, sometimes I told you, like, it's fun. It's fun to check your horoscope or your emoji for the month based on your horoscope or your aerial sign. Anyways, yeah, Aries, the ram. So my horoscope for today says, you've been formulating a plan to reach for something you want, Aries. You may have tried other approaches that failed. This may involve a relationship, a job, or even an opportunity. The plan you have is direct and assertive because that's your style. But have the reasons this hasn't worked out yet been addressed? Or are you completely disregarding that? If you haven't figured that out, then you need to. Even the most convincing presentation won't be successful if you don't iron out the original issues. So I don't think that I'm very assertive. I don't know, maybe like people I know might disagree with me, but I honestly don't really think this applies to me. Job-wise, I mean, I've just been handing out resumes, nothing's really worked out yet, so I can see why they say in terms of jobs, it hasn't worked out in your favor yet, but you need to iron out the original details. That kind of makes sense, but that's literally me reaching. Like, I'm kind of reaching for that explanation of how this is applicable. So I guess if they make it really relatable, anyone can find it relatable. Like, I can literally go, Scorpio, let's see. It may feel like you're a day late and $1 short today, Scorpio, but you can still shine and make a success of the day if you shake that mindset. If others have gotten ahead of you on a project or some kind of competition, use your integrity to figure out a better path. You are a unique individual capable of coming up with ideas that no one else could ever conceive. So use that creativity to take you down a path that no one else has thought of yet. If you do, you will soon find yourself ahead of everyone else. Okay, Some parts of it I actually did find very applicable to me, just because when I make videos, I get kind of bogged down in competition. I realize I compete with myself, so I can do better the next time. I don't feel like I'm a day late and $1 short. I don't feel like that. I guess it is kind of applicable. Like I said, I'm reaching. It doesn't feel like it's made for me, and obviously it's not supposed to. Like, you get a fortune cookie and you think, okay, that's definitely for me. This makes sense. This is my future. I gotta, you know, this is advice. But it's, I guess some people find it more relatable than others, but it's literally, you're reaching for that to apply to you. So there's no way I would take this as serious advice. Of course, any advice can be good advice if you take it with a grain of salt, but this just seems stupid. No offense if you believe in it. Like, I'm not knocking you. Go ahead, believe it. I'm sorry if I'm kind of making it sound like it's the worst thing. I guess it could be good if it causes you to make some great decisions in your life. Maybe it tells you something that kind of just changes your mentality and makes you work really hard and achieve the things you want to achieve. You know, I have no idea. That could be the case. But I just honestly, it's my opinion that it's dumb. to believe in this. I mean, you can believe in it if you take it with a grain of salt and don't believe it to be complete truth. But if you completely believe it to the point where you'll make major life decisions solely based off of your astral sign or what your horoscope says, then there's an issue. No, you're just wrong. Anyways, if this video offended you, I am super sorry. I had to teach you why astrology is a lie. If you are still watching, it means a lot that you're checking out my video. If you're new here, subscribe down below, leave a comment, a like, or a dislike, whatever suits your fancy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Professor Matt suggests that you drink as much water as you can. Stay hydrated.
Facing off like I'm in a verses 101, I'm on the edge, on the verge of reversing. Got more than an eye for diction. I paint pictures like Picasso, pretty gifted like my pop, so I channel through this pen. This vision I extend to those with bad posture and closeted monsters, the demons with the clutch, the imposters infiltrating groups.